Well, it was an historic moment in Pyongyang. Pop music groups from South Korea singing and dancing for the North Korean leader. Well, it was a sight not seen in more than a decade. The group there were part of a cultural exchange program born out of recent diplomatic talks between both countries. Now, North Korean leader Kim Jong Un clapped and waved after the show, and that surprised some observers in Seoul, given that it is a punishable crime for North Koreans to consume pop culture from South Korea. Well, let's get the latest now from the Korean Peninsula. Paula Hancocks is in Seoul. It certainly was a surprising scene given that people in North Korea who've, consumed South Korean entertainment have reportedly been executed in the past. What did you make of it there?
Well, Lynda, it's really quite remarkable, the images we were seeing from Pyongyang. As you say, this is an offence in North Korea. To watch this sort of smuggled pop culture from South Korea, these USBs that go in with soap operas, with K-pop on them. If you're caught watching them, you are severely punished in North Korea. We're hearing this from many defectors, and some suggesting that they have even seen executions because of watching this kind of highly banned material. And yet here you have the North Korean leader Kim Jong Un watching and apparently enjoying these K-pop stars performing in Pyongyang. Now, according to state-run media KCNA, it says that he was, quote, deeply moved by what he saw, and it's really quite remarkable. It's in one way shows that the momentum is building with this thawing in relations, not just the sporting relations, the political, also the cultural. But on the other side, it does lead some experts to question why exactly he is allowing this kind of information to get into North Korea, because this was run on state-run media as well. So certainly North Koreans in the past have been punished for watching this kind of thing, and yet this is now being run on state-run media. So it's certainly quite remarkable, the images coming out of Pyongyang. Lynda?
Yeah, absolutely remarkable, quite bizarre. But this is also happening amid a backdrop of the war games. The US and South Korea just across the border preparing for any sort of threat. And these, of course, were postponed due to the Winter Olympics.
That's right. It was a very low-key and discreet rolling out of these war games. Certainly, usually at this time of the year, I'm talking about tensions rising on the Korean Peninsula. I'm potentially talking about missiles being launched from North Korea in retaliation for those war games. And yet it is remarkably different this year around. Now, the war games are shorter from the US and South Korean side. They'll just last for 1 month compared to the usual 2 months, although the Pentagon insists that they'll be the same size and same scale as previous years. But certainly it is expected that we're not going to see much of those war games. We certainly haven't been invited to film any of those drills, which usually, in fact, every single year we are. So the assumption is that the US and South Korean militaries are trying to keep this low key so that North Korea doesn't see them.
Right. Interesting times. All right, Paula Hancocks for us. Good to have you with us. Thank you so much. Well, still to come here at the International Desk, an organised march for migrants that outrages the American president. We'll have the latest on that from Washington. Also, dozens of anchors on US television stations read the same script. Was it just a standard station promotion or an attempt to push a political agenda? We'll have that soon.